I've been using the Instaglow for a good while, at least a good month, and I'm obsessed with it on my skin. So this is the Sunless Tanner, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I have already exfoliated. I always take a bath because for me, it's the best way for my body to soak and to get all of the dead skin off, because that's really what you want to do, is you want to get all the dead skin off. I'm going to tell you the kind of steps that I go through. So I bathed and I shaved. Literally the best way for you to exfoliate your legs is shaving. Your feet, I soak my feet and I use a pumice stone. I take it and and this is my part of my feet that if you put tanner on it, guess what? If it's dry, it ain't gonna look pretty. So really take it in between your toes, really go across there. I do my whole foot like this, whole bottom, do the same. I do my knee, this part of my knees I do because it gets really dry. I do my elbows and I even do my hands with it. I mean, if you're in the bathtub, you just have to lightly do it on your hands and it's gonna be amazing. So whenever you apply it, I'm gonna go ahead and put some on. And you can put the lotion on for my skin, because you can put this on your face. So I, of course, use my Lumi whenever I wash my face. This gives a really good deep clean and it helps to exfoliate as well. And then I did the polishing peel, which is amazing to use. So if you don't have the Lumi Swab, you have the polishing peel, you can use this on your face. And it's like a microdermabrasion, and it just really does a good job exfoliating, because you're gonna rub all of the dead skin cells off and it's gonna leave your face super soft. And then I did the clay mask. Sometimes I use my Glacier Marine Mud Mask too. You don't have to use a mask. And if you don't have any of that, that's totally fine. If you just have this, then guess what? Take a towel and then just do this. And that exfoliates your skin too. And I do that as well with my towel after I've exfoliated my whole body. Whenever I'm drying off, I do a really good job and really rub it on the towel on my skin, because it's gentle, but whatever dry skin is left on there, it's gonna help remove the rest of it off of there. Okay, so I'm gonna do my legs. So this one's almost gone, that's why I got a second one on standby, because I'm gonna tell you guys, I use this all of the time. I'm constantly reapplying. So first I start with this part of my leg. It's like an instant tan. You can see it as soon as you put it on. And then 30 minutes to an hour afterwards, it's gonna really develop and you're really gonna see it. So now I'm gonna go to my thigh. Yep, it's a going, y'all. We'll go to my thigh, do the same thing. You're gonna want, and it's a gel, it's not a lotion, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you rub it in really, really good. It doesn't streak, it goes on so smoothly. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit and do the knee. A little tiny bit. You don't need a whole lot on your knee, because your knee is gonna tan darker than the rest of your legs. So just keep rubbing it in and rub it in until it's good. Okay. Now I'm gonna do now you're gonna see I have a line a little bit right there. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna fix that part. So like I was doing, pile it on there really good. All right, so I've got it on pretty good. Now, I get a lot of questions. Do you orange? No, I do not orange. It's not orange at all. And y'all, I'm white, okay? I am white. I have blonde hair. I have blue eyes. And whenever I tan outside, I burn, okay? So if anybody's gonna look orange in this stuff, it's gonna be me. And I'm gonna tell you, I do not look orange at all. Now, look at my hands. You can't even barely tell that they're on there. But if you don't wash your hands on this part, you're gonna see it in the morning, because when it develops, y'all. So always make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Super important. Okay, now I'm gonna put a little bit on my knee. I've got that part on there. Okay, put on my knee. Now I'm gonna go to the feet. And the people are like, no, don't do the feet. But I'm gonna tell you, I got tricks. I only do, so I do about this much, and I spread it evenly, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna put it on the tops of my feet right here. Okay, spread it in really good on just this part of your feet. Now once you've got that pretty good and in, you're gonna have a little bit left on your hands. So go around to your ankles on both sides. Go back to your Achilles tendon thing or whatever that's called. Try to stay away from under your feet. Okay, now go work on top of your toes. You have a little bit on your hands, so that little bit is gonna help blend it in really good on your toes and your feet. Now this is where I'm telling you with the pumice stone that if you don't exfoliate your feet really good and use the pumice stone, then guess what? The tanner is gonna stick to the dry spots and it's gonna be like, oh gosh, she's tanning really bad, you know? Okay, so now that I've got that in there, this is what you wanna do. Take a towel, rub it on your knees. Oh, I forgot to blend that in. Rub it on your knee, right here, on the spot that's dry. Rub it on there. Rub it on there. Now, it's soaked in enough to where it's gonna tan, it's gonna look good, but when it starts to develop, it's not going to look brown, okay? Do the same thing on the tops of your toes, okay? Rub it. It's on there enough to where it's gonna develop, but it's not gonna stick out. Now, I do this part too, because whenever I stand up after I've done it, it kind of starts to crease a little bit there and it can look really dark right here. So make sure that you rub it on there too. And then go all the way around. This, it's on your feet. You might not see it very well right now, but guess what? When it develops, you will. And it's gonna look really good and it's gonna blend in really good. Do the other one on the other foot. This just helps get excess off. Do your arms. When you get up to this area right here, you have to be really careful, okay? So you're basically gonna wanna do the exact same thing that I did to my knees and my feet, at the tops of my feet, okay? So now, I'm gonna put some on my arm, just pile it on there. And you're also gonna wanna do it on your elbows too. Is that not so pretty? You guys, this doesn't even smell. So the same technique that we used on the knees and the feet, you're gonna wanna focus on the areas like that, like on your elbow, which I would do my elbow all at once. Your elbow, and then your hands, which I really don't do my hands too much, you know. You can kind of do it and then rub it in like this, but then wash your hands immediately after. It's gonna put a little color on there and it's gonna rub in and it's gonna blend really, really well. And what I like about this, because I've already used this, so I have a little bit of the tan still left on me. So it's gonna look a little bit darker than maybe what you might use for the first time if you've ever used this. So it goes on really light and thin, just looking really good in bronze, like you've just been out in the sun for a day and you've just gotten a little bit of a sun. That's what it does. If you want to be like dark, then girl, you gotta apply and apply and apply. But that's totally up to you. So I pretty much do this until it's like to where I feel like it's good and rubbed in, kind of like lotion, you know, just rubbing in like lotion. Okay, I'm gonna take my towel, go over my elbow, rub it on your elbow. You don't wanna look cray-cray. And I didn't do this part, I'm going to later, but what you do is you take it and then you just wipe it right here. Because you don't want that weird armpit tan going on. It ain't pretty, it ain't pretty. Okay, and that's basically it. If you want to know how to do the hands, take a little bit on there. Little bit, y'all. Don't go crazy. But on the hands, rub it in. Rub it in, do the tops. Now what I did, see, it goes in really good. But when it develops, if you don't do the technique that I'm telling y'all, it's not gonna look pretty. It's gonna look crazy. It's gonna be like, you're gonna be going to the store and your hands are gonna look like you just tanned. Like, they're gonna know. You don't want people to know. This is supposed to look real. So take it and rub it. And wherever you have dry skin, so I have a patch of dry skin really right here, it's really bad. So I'm gonna rub it in there and then just rub it. It's in there good enough to where it's gonna blend good, and when it develops, it's gonna look pretty. Get those knuckles and get these knuckles because they are usually dry more, especially this time of the year. And I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna show you my face. So when you're washing your hands, I'm gonna suggest that, and when you dry them, kind of just do the under parts. And when you wash them, do the soap, but then like do it down to where it doesn't splash everywhere. Because I really don't know. I don't know if water splashes, if that messes it up. I don't think that it does. I would say that it doesn't, because when I wash my hands, I always do get water splatters, and I've not seen any weird spots on my hands. But I would still say when you wash your hands, wash them down in the sink, just to be safe. Okay, this dries within like 30 minutes. So if you put this on and you want to go swimming 30 minutes afterwards. You can. It's not going to come off. It's going to stay on. You can go lay in the sun after you've had this on. You can get in the shower if you want to, but I mean, you've already gotten in the shower before you do this. So if you decide that you want to just do like a quick thing, then I would say jump in the shower. Don't do anything special. When you get out, exfoliate with the towel. So I'm going to put a little bit on my face. Show you my face. And I kind of just dab it and rub it in. Now you have to be careful of the hairline. It's okay if when you put it on, just put it on sloppy. I always get into my ears, bend the back of my neck, and down my neck. I've got this rubbed in really good, but actually it'll goop up in your eyebrows. So take your towel, rub it over your eyebrow, and then rub it on your hairline. Just so if stuff gets in your hairline, when it develops really well, or whatever it does get developed, you're not going to see like a brown line, or it's not going to be in your hair. So just gently rub it. And y'all, that's basically all there is to it. Now I've got a pretty glow. And look, no orange. I've just been in the sun all day. And yes, I need to wash my hands. But I'll do that whenever I get off of here. And it just looks gorgeous. And it's only $32 a bottle, and y'all, this is so worth it. I'm just gonna say, it doesn't smell, it goes on like a gel, and it looks gorgeous, and I love it. The only tanner that I will ever use, I never used tanners before this, because when I did use them before, I had the terrible, it just didn't look good. It didn't look good. It looked like it was fake. This is a really good natural glow, and that's what I love about it. So it's there on my site if you're interested in it. This dries within 30 minutes. You can put your clothes on afterwards. It's not going to get on your clothes. It comes, if you on my towel, it washes out, so you don't have to worry about ruining any towels. I mean, it really is awesome. I really do love it.